Hello and good morning. And for those of you who are just now watching this video, maybe for the first time, my name is Tracy Brown. I'm a somatic dietitian and a tune eating specialist. And in this video, I want to ask the common question that I know that a lot of people have is, how do I get back into a workout routine or back to the gym or whatever fitness, I don't like the word regimen, but maybe we'll use that word, whatever mode of moving that maybe you used to like before you started the attune eating process. Maybe it's some activities that maybe you're like me and it's like, I like movement. I enjoy the challenge of it sometimes and I don't mind sweating and all those things. But it was like the serious place where I did a whole lot of disembodying, let's just put it that way. And everything about what I used to do had to do with burning calories and changing my body, period. So the mental motivation was for burning calories and changing my body. And the unconscious motivation was, wow, I also notice when I move compulsively or I obsess about routines and reps and weights and what everybody else is doing, I also can't ignore myself. And so it became, and I don't want to be too dramatic here, but it definitely became like a switch for the, I mean, for me, it was a total switch for the eating disorder. I became very addicted to exercise. And it was because I could do the things and do that for long enough, do the activities for long enough to where I could just numb out and it wasn't embodied. And, you know, yes, I did. And the hard part about it is because it's an activity, it's an action that also has a lot of positive benefits. So it's really easy to find yourself being confused by what you're doing and if it's actually good or bad for you or not. And so this video, we're going to help kind of maybe clear out some of that confusion and clutter and help you get really clear about your motives to move and how you can even get back to the gym without going back to all that disembodiment that I was just talking about. So the thing we want to be thinking about, and I've seen lots of comments, you know, I get comments from clients and I see comments online about like, I really miss lifting weights. So how do I do it without being obsessive? And the truth is that it's just like eating. I don't want to like make it more I never want to make anything more challenging or complicated than what it is. The truth is, it's just like eating. You have to stay very, very attuned to what you're feeling in the moment. And it's also depending on your goals. If you are just there because, you know, it's an activity you like and you want to be stronger, well, you can be stronger in 20 minutes. You can. And you don't have to spend hours in the gym and all those kind of things. Now, if you are somebody who likes the thrill of competition and you're wanting to do powerlifting, I get it. There are some things you have to kind of, maybe routines or training regimens that you are sticking with because it keeps you safe and from getting hurt and more likely to meet your goals. I get that. And it's really important to recognize I'm here for this thing. I'm not necessarily here because this means anything about me and my worth. And you know, in the end of the day, it's still a hobby. This is still an activity I'm doing to maybe improve my health. But if it's really about health improvement, I don't need to be here hours. I don't need to be here hours. If I'm competing in something that gives me a lot of joy and it's a hobby that helps me build my competence and confidence in myself, great. But still recognize that if you miss a day because you're sick or whatever, this is still a hobby. It's still really for fun. And we have to keep our expectations there and just, make it what it is. So I hope that helps a little bit to get clear about this is just really, at the end of the day, if you're doing anything past like general strength and fitness, you don't need more than probably 20 minutes regularly, to be honest, most days. And it doesn't have to be every single day, of course. That's not what I'm saying. Don't get too caught up in like every single day I have to do 20 minutes to be healthy. That's not true. We have to listen to our bodies first and foremost. That's always number one. So let's say that you're somebody watching this, like, I love CrossFit. I just stopped going because the environment was too triggering and too diet talky. And the truth is, if you've taken a break, let's say from your CrossFit, but you loved it, and I understand that. It's so how do you maintain your recovery and your non-diet status, recognizing that certain places are just going to be really diet talkish, and it depends on your how much healing you've had, how much of that you can be around and tolerate. That's just the bottom line. So I know that I guess they still call them boxes, are different. Some are more family oriented and collaborative and they're not too much on like the food aspect of things. That's probably a good fit for you. But if you're in a place where it's like, hey, everybody's really into what they look like, and they don't say it, but and it just feels like too much, don't go back to that place. If there's another one in town, go to that one. If you can do the workouts online and maybe recruit a friend to come to your garage, do that. But find a way to get as many of your needs checked off as possible, and there not be more detriments that are also checked off. That's really important, because if you don't have that, you're going to find yourself get pulled back into diet culture. That's just how it is. And so I'll say lastly, let's say that you're not more on the weightlifting part of things, but you like your group classes, or you like to walk, jog, whatever you like to do. Just remember, it's really about your motives. If you're hoping this is going to change the way you look, it may not be right timing still, and you need to do things on your own and kind of more solo, so you don't find yourself competing with the old version of you or some other people's bodies. That's really important. And maybe we just need to do different activities that aren't connected with the old ones. That might be important as well. And so lastly, if you're finding that you're a person, it's like, I don't really get addicted to exercise. I just kind of fell off doing it because I did it to lose weight and I just want to get started with something. Well, remember, it's not all or nothing. You don't have to go every day. Remember that you can go and watch a fun TV show on your phone or on the gym's equipment if you want to do that. But just find a time of day that feels good to you, that works with your schedule, and do until you've had enough. And one of the best things I ever did for myself personally was, and to get off the, like, looking at the numbers and all the tracking. Of course, if you have Fitbits right now, and that's keeping you wound up with diet culture, get rid of it. Just get rid of it. And you can do whatever you want with it. If you needed to give it away, I know these things cost money, and it's hard to just go smash, but it may not be a tool that's right for you. I don't use any kind of tracking things personally, just because I just go really by body feel at this point, and I've been doing that for a decade at least. Of how am I feeling my oats that day? I will do more and be more intense. If it's just I need to move my body because I feel stiff, 5 or 10 minutes is enough for me. But if you're a person that's finding I need to go somewhere, I need to get out of my house, then maybe you get a little gym membership. That's a small fee a month, $10 to whatever, $30, whatever it is locally you have, and go there with your phone to watch a good show and just practice moving your body, and that's it. And go like, you know what? I've been here 13 minutes. I'm out. If I have more time and it's feeling kind of good, you can stay longer, knowing that every day is going to be different, and that's your new normal, and that's okay. So I hope this video just kind of helps you recognize what's possible and how you can basically just shift the paradigm in your mind, just like with food, around this can be body-based. And if you start, again, to find yourself being pulled back into using movement to change your body, you're probably going to find yourself getting pulled back into competing, compare, despair, addiction, and ruining the fun, ruining the feeling enlivened, ruining just the joy of moving, okay? And so in the rest of this week's videos, we're going to talk about different parts. I want to actually also explore people who part of maybe how they make their living is moving their body in some kind of way, whether that's just a career that requires you to be on your feet more, or maybe you're in the fitness industry and how you cannot get caught up in that. I really want to speak to that today, as that this week as well. And make sure that you put your questions below about how basically your predicaments you're finding yourself in, because I think I know that I can more personally help you if you're willing to say, hey, I hear you, and this is where I'm getting a little stuck, because there are so many nuances to this topic. And the more you share and the more you're honest and vulnerable with me, the more I can make this content that basically suits your situation. So I need you as much as, probably way more than you need me. And that's really a part what make this community really great. So thank you all so much for watching. If this was helpful for you, you know that, yes, I will definitely answer that question on Wednesday, Mary. This is really important. So if you have any, and I'll title it this title, I think that'll be really important. So if you have any people that you know that would benefit from hearing this, please let me know in the comments below. Or if you want to pass it along, I'd really deeply appreciate that, because again, you know your people, and if you feel like your people resonate with the heart of what these videos are, it's the more people they get to be part of this community, and that will build strength in all of us, to not feel alone. So, all right, well, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care and bye for now.